should pull up to that big house in my name.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's ANTIGORGEOUS here with another video. As you guys can tell by the title, I will be using the new Juvia'S foundations. I finally got the foundations, guys. So I went to Ulta. So the only thing that I don't have, which I should have probably looked harder, was the concealer that they came out with. The Ulta that I live by doesn't even carry the concealer, but they had the palettes, like the eyeshadow palettes and the foundations, but no setting powder, no concealer. So I still wanted to try out the foundation. I have so many concealers, but you know, we're just gonna review the foundation. I know I'm a little late. It's been out for about 3 months, but yeah. So I went to Ulta and I got 2 shades because I just wasn't sure which one was gonna match me. You know, I kind of go dark sometimes. Sometimes I actually match my skin tones. It really depends on like how I'm feeling. The 2 shades that I got is Kano and Tanzania. So these are the 2 shades. And I'm gonna be swatching both just so I can kind of see which one I'm gonna use. Don't mind this wig. I just threw this on. Hopefully it doesn't look crazy in the camera, but you're here for the foundation. So let's get started. So I already got on my brows and I did like a little eyeshadow look because I wanted to focus on the skin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I always spray my face with the Mario Badescu or Badescu Aloe Rose Water. I think I'm actually going to switch this out. Once I run out of this, I'm probably not going to buy anymore because I've been hearing a lot of stuff about this. They just basically saying I'm spraying perfume on my face and this is not really skincare. So I'm still doing my research as to what new sprays I'm going to purchase. I like to just, and it tastes like perfume, so it might just be perfume, but I just like to spray my face first. Then I'm just gonna put on my moisturizer. I have the Charlotte Tilbury moisturizer. I'm just gonna work this into the skin because this foundation is full coverage. It says it's a velvety matte foundation, so any matte foundation that I buy, make sure I moisturize my skin. Make sure you get underneath your eyes. This is where I really get dry, so I don't want this foundation like making my under eyes more dry than what they already are. A little bit on my forehead because my wig is low, so I don't need a lot on my forehead, but bam. And then I'm just gonna kind of just let this marinate in my skin. I always start off with moisturized skin. I feel like even if I'm using dewy foundation or matte foundation, I always start with moisturized skin because after you set with powders and everything, your skin is going to magnify and, you know, get dry anyway. So guys, moisturize your skin. You guys can go out to Sephora and get this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on just to make sure I get that moisture because again, my skin has just been really dry. Now we're gonna swatch both of the foundations. So I don't have any beauty blenders wet because I forgot and I didn't feel like getting up and doing that. So I'm gonna actually just be using brushes today. That's how I see people apply it anyway. So this first shade is Kano. And I thought the foundation was gonna come out, but it comes with foil on there. So just take that little piece off. I wonder why it wasn't coming out. They're really close in shade. Like when I was watching it in the store, they were really close. So I'm just gonna show you guys Kano. And it's really thick. So you definitely don't need a lot because it is full coverage. Now I'm going to swatch Tanzania. I hope I'm pronouncing these right. I'm horrible at names, y'all. And this is Tanzania. So that's what I'm saying, like it's pretty close. I could go with either or because this is more like my tone. Tanzania is more like my tone. And I feel like after I highlight and contour, it might make me lighter. That's why I like to go like a little dark with my foundation. But let's see. My neck is just not doing it any justice because my neck is just as discolored as my face. But let's just buff this out and see. So full coverage, so full coverage. I'm just gonna blend out this side. I probably should go with Tanzania because Kano makes me look a little more red. And again, you don't need a lot. I'm probably just gonna do like 3 swipes. And then we're just gonna buff this out with a brush. I think it might be smart to buff this out with a brush. Only because the sponge, I don't know. It might soak it up. So, I'm just gonna buff this out. I like the way it feels though. Like, even though it's full coverage, which I never really even get full coverage foundations because, I don't know, I just like to build mine up with like a semi full coverage. But this feels good. And I think me actually making sure that my skin is moisturized helped. It is velvety. Very, very velvety. I need to make sure I get my forehead because I got this wig on, y'all, and I do not want to have a line. Yeah, I feel like the brushes, if you are going to apply this foundation, since it is like a thicker formula, I would definitely say apply it with a brush. This looks good. Like, this really looks good. And since it's like a velvety matte, it's like, it's matte, but it's kind of like hydrating at the same time. So it's not like that dry matte. But we're going to see after like I highlight and I, you know, set it with the powder and stuff, how it's going to really be. Because that's going to be the real test. So. But I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush to like blend this out. Child, it's probably going to take me a minute, so I'm going to zoom through this. So now that I got most of that blended out, I'm going to go back in with the foundation brush and just blend out the edges just so it's not harsh. And the eyeshadow that I have on is from Juvia'S Place. It's from the Masquerade Mini by Juvia'S. I at least wanted to use their eyeshadow because I had so many palettes. To set underneath my eyes, I am going to use my Laura Mercier eye brightening powder. It's so small because it's literally just for underneath your eyes. Like, I'm really liking, you know how you doing your makeup and you just see it all melting together and getting together? This is what's happening right now and I'm getting excited. Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with a new loose setting powder and I got Deep Peach. I really like the way that this looks on my skin because it's not too yellow. It's more like peachy. So it doesn't give you that overly yellow look. You know how sometimes you use like Sacha Buttercup and then you be looking like yellow. Sometimes I have to tone it down with my skin tone powder, but not with this. And I'm going to use the same beauty blender. I'm just going to set the rest of my face. Now I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in Coco Naughty. And I don't feel dry. I have to do like the little face check, you know, like you be like, is my face dry? This still feels like breathable. Like I don't feel like I'm getting dry even when I'm setting the rest of my face. But now I'm just going to spray my face again. You want everything to like melt now. I'm just going to press it in with the same beauty blender I used to put the powder on. Okay, so I'm back with my lip and I was tired of like the new combo, so I just did like a dark lip. This is kind of giving you fall vibes because summer is almost over, so might as well be early for fall. Again, my thoughts on the foundation. It's bomb. I am going to see how it wears throughout the day, but I feel like it's gonna still look like this, honestly. And again, the shade that I have on that's my shade is Tanzania. So again, this foundation is full coverage. It's a velvety matte finish, and even though I was skeptical about this foundation, I'm so happy that I picked it up. I do want to get the concealer just so I can do like a full face of like Juvia'S Place, but as for now, the foundation I'm obsessing about. So I already know the concealer and the setting powder has to be amazing. I wanted to come on here and do my review to see for myself how it was going to react on my skin, and I can't stop looking at myself like this is a look. Juvia'S Place, you did amazing with this foundation. It's a 10 for me. honestly. Even though it's a matte foundation, make sure you guys moisturize your skin. I just use 3 products in the beginning, so as long as you do that, I feel like you're going to be set. So that is it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below what you guys want to see from me next. I do have a couple of other videos that I have to upload. Slay every day. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.